Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, I don't think Deji Adeyanju is telling us anything that we do not already know in this space, because we all of course saw it happen. Guys, I bring you this. Deji Adeyanju breaks silence on his attack by thugs, reveals those responsible. So that's the headline. Deji Adeyanju breaks silence on his attack by thugs, reveals those responsible. So now let's now see if who Deji feels is responsible tallies with who we think are responsible. So now here it goes. Activist Deji Adeyanju has accused the State Security Service SSS of being behind the attack he suffered in the hands of thugs last week during a protest in Abuja. Adeyanju was beaten to a pulp by some thugs during a protest at the Human Rights Commission. They were demanding the immediate release of convener of Revolution Now, Omoyele Sowore. He was later flown overseas for medical treatment. In a terse statement on Sunday morning, the activist said the SSS behind my attack. After they failed with their gun-pointing bribing strategy, they decided to finish me off by contracting thugs and miscreants. They contracted one Ali from Kano, who subcontracted the tout that led the thugs who attacked me. They hired the same people to protest at Sowore's court and had planned same attack on Sowore if his rearrest was unsuccessful. The leadership of this SSS is the worst in the history of Nigeria. That is why ordinary gathering intelligence on prevention of Boko Haram has become a mirage. So now this is now Deji Adeyanju pointing firmly in the direction of the Department of State Services as being responsible for that horrific attack that we saw vested upon him a few days ago, a week or so ago now. So him now pointing in that direction is not catching anybody off guard, because we all of course saw that there were security operatives all around that space where this beating was taking place, and they all looked on by as they set upon this guy. So clearly, if there were policemen etc within that vicinity, and there would be, because every time these people go out to protest, they surround them with security personnel, so there will be security personnel surrounding that gathering of protesters. So now another group then comes in to set upon this very small protest, isolate this guy and beat him within an inch of his life, and the security personnel were there of course looking on. So if the security personnel are not complicit in the attack on this guy, then why would they then look on as this attack was taking place? Their primary function is protect lives and the properties. What they always say, they say our duty is to protect life and property, and they sing and dance about that life and property. Well, this is life certainly, which is more sacrosanct because it is absolutely irreplaceable, and this is the paramount number one duty of any security personnel within any state, to protect life. So you protect life first and then property second, but your primary function is to protect life, and this guy is being set upon now with an intent to cause him heavy harm, if not cost him his life, and the security personnel were looking on. So a tacit complicity, if not a direct collusion and direct involvement in it. So what Deji is now saying to point in the direction of these people, as I said, is not catching anybody off guard, because we've all always been of the thought, as soon as we saw that, we had the thought, and I had the thought, I have to say, that these people are behind this, because I cannot imagine that Deji Adeyanju and his group will set upon people favoring Buhari and the security personnel will look on, and I cannot imagine Deji Adeyanju and his group setting upon anybody anyway, because these are people of learning, these are people of argument rather than getting out your fist, etc. So now that scenario now that we saw has all the hands and all the indications of complicity there. So Deji now saying this is yes, of course, from anybody that is reading this comment. Conversations in the comment section, Deji Adeyanju is pointing in the direction of the Department of State Services, accusing them of being complicit or even outrightly being behind the attack that was vested upon him. What says you? What are your thoughts? Do you agree or disagree with Deji? Come have a conversation with me around all this in the comment section. But before you do that, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come, let's have a conversation about how the security, because Deji made several comments saying that this particular state security service in its present composition is the worst in the history of Nigeria, because they do not seem to act in any way for the Nigerian people, and he cited the Boko Haram example. And they seem to act instead solely and almost exclusively as a Buhari team. So this is what Deji is saying. So let's have a conversation around all this in the comment section. So I'll leave you here, carry on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.